Hey everybody, project day for me here. Getting a lot of stuff done today. Just figure I will go ahead and make another video of some more stuff to do. So here's what I've got. So my septic pump went out, and you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to get too close. I don't want to accidentally drop my phone down there, but I've got two tanks, and the way that works is this one filters into this one, and then this one pumps it all the way up to the big tanks. But this tank right here, they say that the average tank's about 1,000 gallons. Mine's a 1,500. So what I'm doing is replacing the pump. You can see that's it. It's nasty, it smells, it's disgusting. But what I had to do is I pulled the lid off after I unscrewed the top lid. This was the original pump, so I pulled it out. This is the original pipe on the right, and it had a fastener and a clamp into the next pipe that takes it all the way up to the main road, which for me is about a quarter mile up, so it's a pretty big distance. So what I'm doing is it's 2-inch pipe for mine. This pump, I have used these before, bought it at Harbor Freight. I think it was about 150 bucks. It's awesome. But I had to buy pipe, threaded it in, used the epoxy and the seals, which I've already done, so I can't show you, but on the next one I will. But this is how I'm measuring it out, because the clasp, I don't know if you can see that or not, it's going to be the same length. This is a tool that you use to cut the PVC. I'm sure there's other ones, but this one's pretty cheap at Lowe's. It was about $15, 10 or 15, so I guess not too cheap, but it'll cut it off, and then I'll show you how we'll put on the elbow and the clasp, and then that'll be it. Everybody's setup's a little bit different on these, but you're going to have, this is your weight to tell how the water so it goes. What we'll do is we'll take this and we'll tie it up to the up the pipe about 12 inches. That way when you get about 12 inches of water in your tank, it'll start pumping automatically. One of the cords is for the electricity, just for the sensor, and one of the cords is for the electricity, just for the pump. So you gotta have both of them hooked up. That's what the power box is for. Some people hardwire them, some people run it out. Mine is a hardwire to the box, then you just plug it in through the hole, just make sure it's insulated so no water gets in there. And then the yellow rope is for a couple things. One, everything's got to be tied off. That way if you drop it, you don't lose it. So you want to have this rope screwed in, bolted in, ran somewhere where you have easily access, so when this is down there, because that's a solid 10 feet down from where I am. You can hear the echo, and you don't want to go down there, and you don't want to lose anything down there, so the rope will just help you pull it up so you have access. Alright, so we'll get moving. Alright, so as you can see, this is how this tool works, but as you turn it, this puppy basically just comes down in the rotation with you, and then every time you go around a couple times, I take this and I give it just a twist, one full twist, and then I can just keep turning, and then as it goes through, you can see it starts to cut it. Alrighty, we're going to do this next part pretty quick because the Colts game's getting ready to start. Alright, I'm going to start with the purple primer. Get the cement ready. Get up one for the other pretty quickly. So I'm just going to show you one, and then I'm going to do the rest. But so make sure you know which side. Down, out. So you're supposed to clean these off pretty good, but this stuff's pretty strong usually, so you don't have to worry about it too much. But purple primer around the inside, and then around the outside. And always make sure these lids are tight because you don't want to get the stuff on your hands. Then almost immediately you take the cement and you do this, go right over the top. And then put them together. They'll fit. Looks like I might need to go sand this one. And if they don't fit, then you might find yourself in a sanding situation, which that tool is supposed to prevent that. Oh, nope, there we go. So that actually is probably because I didn't clean the inside or the outside of this or sand this down, and it just made it harder to get into. But they're getting this stuff dry so fast, you can see that's already starting to dry. Do it pretty quick. And that's it. It's sealed. And I'll do the other one and slide it in and buckle it up. Alright, so kind of a mess here, but I ran into an issue where my box is 220 volts and the pump that I have is 115. So couldn't get one of the big boys over there. So what I did was I made a hole here, ran my cords through, and basically just used an extension cord. And I'm gonna have to get creative up here at the house, but this cord I'll cut into the ground, and I'll just use a shovel to separate it, and we'll just bury it in the ground about 6 inches deep and make sure everything's nice and watertight. And that'll at least take care of me until I either can figure out what happened. It looks like maybe the box got struck by lightning. Everything's pretty much charred and destroyed in there, so that's above and beyond my pay grade. I'm not an electrician, so. But you can see I put zip ties along the cord just to keep it together. I transferred this from the other pipe. It's just a little clip that holds this up a little bit. You can see that's probably about 2 feet up. That way, when it starts getting full, it can get all the way to about there. But once that flips up, then it starts pumping out. Little zip tie here, basically, and then my rope. And what I'll do with my rope is, here in a minute, I'm going to hoist all that down there, and I'll screw off my rope. Well, you can see kind of on that one, it's already screwed into the side. I'll do the same thing with my rope here, and or I may even just transfer that rope to this one. It should be the same concept. And then that'll be it. There's the final product. There's all the extra, and you can see this is about 5 feet in the air before it clasps to that pipe. So, and these pieces will just clip on and form a seal. And then I'll plug her in and she'll be good to go.